Hi guys, to some reactions, and this video going to react to episode 19 of season 1 of Babylon 5, which is also the second part of this two-parter. If you're interested in full reactions and early access, you can check that out on my Patreon. Let's get into it. I finally want to know what's gonna be that freaking ass ship.
Activate scanners.
Like what?
Set for maximum
What
depth.
made Garibaldi so shook?
How was that? All of our readouts blacked out.
As long as it's not gonna be
It
the
must have come from
shadows.
somewhere deep inside
Whatever the
the planet.
fuck that thing was, I don't want to see that again. What? Huh?
What the hell? It's an Earth Alliance heavy cruiser. Babylon Control to Earth cruiser. Nothing personal, but what's going on? We didn't ask for any help.
Affirmative, Babylon Control, but whether you like it or not, you're getting it. This is Captain Ellis Pierce, the Earth Alliance starship Hyperion. We are assuming control over this situation.
Why? Because of the alien? Are you responsible for that? Well, the Earth Force? Are you mad because the alien is gone?
How is he?
I've managed to stabilize his condition, but we won't know for a while. Still trying to work out his biology.
But is he really an
Sinclair.
alien or
Commander,
like a human
Captain
and
Pierce is coming
something,
aboard. He'll meet you
well,
with the
went
briefing.
wrong?
On my way.
They relayed your reports on what you discovered on Epsilon 3. A whole new and potentially revolutionary technology. The civilian and military potential is staggering.
Oh, fuck.
We can take care of it ourselves.
For now, maybe.
This is a diplomatic station, and your kind of heavy-handedness is just going to make our job harder. This kind of help we don't need. Enjoy the accommodations, Captain. I'll do everything I can to make sure your stay here is a brief one. That's all.
Ooh! You made it clear, Sinclair. You made it clear.
Yeah, go get them, boys. Show them crummy Marsies.
Hey, look, they're humans too.
Hey, they don't think so. Why should I? Ask me. The solution's real simple. Pump in morph gas, go in there and break some heads. Every mother-loving one of them. Teach them who's in charge here. Like my granddad.
You
used
should
to
have
say,
just
nuke
shut
'em
the
till they
fuck
glow and
up.
shoot 'em in
You
the
should have just
dark.
shut the fuck up.
That'd take care of them. Just like magic.
Magic? Want to see magic? I got a little magic trick for you.
Make that magically pass through the top of the bar. Hey, let go.
As far as I'm concerned, until I'm officially told otherwise, this is still my jurisdiction. I don't want to resign over this, but I will if I have to.
All right, Commander. Maybe I can get Captain Pierce to accept shared jurisdictions.
Senate.
Shared.
It's the best I can do for now. Commander, I will be in touch.
Yes.
Something's happening down in Epsilon. Commander. You better come take a look.
On my way.
Yeah, put that arm back in. Here we go.
What's the idea of dispatching a team down to the planet's surface without checking with me first?
Unnecessary. We had your log, your flight pattern.
But it didn't work, did it?
How's it
Can't get to
unnecessary?
the planet's surface without a properly encoded jamming device.
What? Why wasn't I informed?
You didn't ask.
Commander, I demand you turn over this jamming device at once.
We don't even have a jamming device.
I know, but he doesn't know that. With luck, it'll discourage him from sending any more ships down there until we finish working this out.
It's a massive artificial disruption located near the planet's core.
How serious?
Serious. And growing in magnitude. According to our projections, if this keeps on, the planet will start to break apart from the inside until it explodes.
And take all the
Commander,
machines with it?
If that planet goes, it'll take us with it. The
Oh,
Hyperion can get out of the
I
way.
was
we
thinking about the
can't.
machines.
We'll be ripped apart.
Huh.
I'd say we have at the most 48 hours before they blow, taking the planet and us with them.
How long would it take to evacuate the station?
We're talking 250,000 humans and aliens.
So,
Even if we called
is
in every
this
ship in
this-
the sector, that'd take
wait
at
a
least
minute.
3 to 5 days.
Is this the Vision? Is this the Vision? Why did it even take me so long to think about that? When we literally saw the Vision and we hear like sounds as well of people evacuating, and then we saw the freaking Babylon 5 exploding into bazillion pieces. Yeah, no.
So if we go down there, it blows. If we don't, it blows anyway, just a little later. It's a good thing I'm Russian. We're used to hopeless situations.
I wish to remind you that my government has contributed substantial amounts of money to this station.
Here
We are
it already
entitled to an equal
starts.
share of anything you find down there.
Ambassador, do you really want to know what's going on down there right now?
Yes, absolutely. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom.
Have a nice day.
How do...
Drown?
How does he know your name?
I was afraid. Afraid she'd hang up on me, and just as afraid she wouldn't. Afraid to find out that she hated me. And that it really was all over and I could kiss my dreams goodbye. I'm just as afraid to find out that maybe she still loved me. Like I think I still loved her. Because then we'd have to do something about it. And I still don't know if I can.
If we have to evacuate, you know we'll never get everyone off the station. Ambassadors, women and children, civilians go first. Some of the command staff will have to stay on board until... I'd appreciate it if you could make sure Ivanova gets on the last ship out. She'll want to stay, but...
But it won't get that far.
Do not land. Do not approach. Will explode. Destroy you all. Without the heart. Without another.
You were like, help me, otherwise you're all gonna die. But now it turns out because you're not there anymore, it's gonna do the boom boom. But now again you're saying like, it needs a heart. But I'm guessing like, you'd want someone else to take your place? Who the hell is gonna take his place? No one's to take his place. And Sinclair sure as hell not gonna like force someone to get in there. Oh god.
Damn it, Captain, I've got 250,000 people in here. I'm not gonna let you jeopardize their lives.
Commander, it's not your decision. We're going. What are you going to do? Shoot us down?
If that's what's required to protect this station, yes.
Oh, you just said that out loud.
Lieutenant Commander, put Delta and Zeta flights on alert. Stand by for immediate launch.
You're bluffing.
Lieutenant Commander.
You think he
open
bluffs?
Fighter bay doors.
Fighter bay doors aye.
Oh, fucking hell, hold on.
Stand by to launch.
They're canceling the launch.
Tell the fighters to stand down.
Gee.
We're ready in case we need them after all.
We've got a ship coming through the jump gate.
Another ship?
Tell them to stand by.
Do I need my sunglasses? What the fuck?
We've got a signal coming through.
This is
Aha.
Akkad. We have your language files.
You want to get the
to learn
alien?
To speak. Give you 10 of your hours to move aside. We do not wish to kill, but we will if you will not let us take what is ours.
Open channel.
Earth Force is not gonna let them get their stuff.
Signal was not meant for them. Was put here to hide from them. I am guardian. Protector.
I thought you were like a prisoner.
I live in the heart of the machine. We are one.
Oh.
500 of your years have I waited in the machine.
You've been here all this time and you haven't contacted us?
Van could not ask it, could not say the words. But it was in his eyes. He's probably forbidden to ask directly. But the answer is there, if you have ears to hear it.
And what answer is that?
Wonder why he appeared just to you, Draal, and the commander.
Perhaps because we are most familiar with the third principle of sentient life. You can be of great service, Ambassador, if you are willing to dare greatly.
As a young and foolish Centauri, I swore that I would die on my feet, doing something noble and brave and futile. Perhaps it was not so wild a dream as I thought, or as foolish. It is better than waiting for the inevitable. We will go together.
What about your dream? With your car?
My God. Whoever's piloting that shuttle's a madman.
Got that right.
Just like Valis 12.
The defense system isn't firing. It's letting them in.
Lieutenant Commander, we got a shuttle coming out.
I didn't authorize a launch. We've got a war going on out here.
Security to CNC. I'm in pursuit of the transport.
Huh?
Garibaldi?
Somebody has to bring that guy back, and since you two are stuck in control...
Negative. It's too dangerous.
Hey, if they can make it, so can I. Look, I've got to do something, Jeff. Beginning descent.
Who said the good old days are gone, eh?
Oh,
Landing thrusters. Landing thrusters. If I were a landing thruster, which one of these would I be?
Dude!
What the? What the hell are you two doing down here? I figured maybe we had hijackers or tech stealers or...
Not a lot of time for
You may have noticed.
small
Things are
talk.
not going well down here.
We believe we can help.
Oh.
Finished. Have created a pocket of air for you.
Fire defense grid, maximum range.
I can't allow this. There has to be another way.
There is no other way. I came looking for a reason. A way to live out my remaining years with direction and purpose. Here I have found it. I will save lives. The wonders of this place will take me centuries to explore. Let my life have meaning. Help me to do what we both know must be done.
Weapon systems powering up. They're locking on.
This is it.
Hell?
Oh.
The secrets buried here must remain secrets. They would give any race an advantage over all others. Thus, it is in the interests of all races that none should gain exclusive control of it. We entrust the safekeeping of this place to the Babylon 5 Advisory Council. We will rely upon your guidance, Commander, and the enlightened self-interest of the Council to make sure that this world is left alone until the time is right.
Somebody better get Pierce on the link.
Commander, the enemy ship is moving again. It's headed toward the planet.
What?
Didn't they get the message?
They got it, but I don't think they believe
Well,
it.
they're gonna believe it very quick. Very quickly. Woo! Bye! Okay, well. Those are some good-ass examples.
Here, we should go.
The third principle of sentient life is its capacity for self-sacrifice. For a cause, a loved one, or for a friend. Goodbye, dear friend. Perhaps someday I may see you again.
I have a feeling we will.
I suppose you should know we received a communique from Earth Dome. President Santiago confirms that you have primary jurisdiction over the Babylon station and this sector of space. My, regrets if I exceeded my authority.
My big regrets.
Apology accepted. Have a safe trip.
Will do. Hyperion out.
Never come back, please.
We've located your friend.
He seems...
She's alive.
Yeah, okay.
Wounded, but okay. The doctors say she'll be fine.
Oh, that's great. Put her through?
Coming in. And Michael, if you want to talk later, you know where to find me.
Michael.
Please, let me finish. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. You're one of them. I never should have left you. I realize that now. I've got a couple of weeks leave coming soon, and I'm gonna take it on Mars. I thought maybe we could work things out if...
Michael. I can't.
Oh, if it's the job.
I'm married.
Oh.
His name is Franz. We're expecting our first baby in September.
That's great. When you figured out that someone was gonna have to take Varn's place down there, why didn't you come to us and let us handle it?
Because if I had, I know in my heart that Commander Sinclair would be the one down there right now. He's looking for a purpose. But his destiny lies elsewhere.
And Londo? How'd you get him to go along with this?
An exchange of promises.
Good night, Ambassador. Franz. The hell kind of a name is Franz?
Alright, this was episode 19 of season 1 of Babylon 5, and I thought it was a great episode. And even better, there was no boom boom of the Babylon 5, so yay! Hopefully, you know, I don't have to worry about that vision, even though, yeah, I'm pretty sure that vision wasn't, you know, about this, but something else. But obviously, you know, I really enjoyed this episode. It continued the suspense that we had in the first part. There was lots of world building, especially concerning Mars. And yet again, we had to see Sinclair, deal with other authorities, well, over this whole fight about who has the authority, who has what. He was under lots of pressure yet again, but Sinclair, he was not having it. And this Captain Pierce, ooh, yet again a character that really annoys me. I mean, I know he had orders, but damn that attitude. So I'm very happy that at the end he did, acknowledged the authority that Sinclair had. But a little bit late, but okay. My favorite part definitely of this whole confrontational nature of the two of them is definitely the bluffing moment, where Sinclair was threatening him to, to shoot the ships, if he would go to the planet, because obviously Sinclair didn't want to risk the planet exploded and then killing 250,000 of people, ripping apart the whole station. Hell no. So he was most definitely not bluffing, and that scene was very well done. I was nervous as hell. I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I thought it was very believable. I wouldn't want to take that risk, but at the same time, I wouldn't have been surprised if this Agent Pierce would be like, yeah, whatever, I'm still gonna go ahead. So that was definitely one of the standout moments for me. Obviously also, there was this whole thing going on about how we're gonna, how we're gonna solve the planet not exploding. And it didn't take that long, to come to that point where it's clear that someone else has to take the Guardian's place, which is also a thing. I thought that he was a prisoner or a victim, but it turns out that he was actually, he voluntarily took this role as being the Guardian. Well, voluntarily, he was pretty much, the last of his people, other than those criminals, and he wanted to make sure that it would all, obviously, be safe, and that it wouldn't get into the wrong hands. And what was emphasized throughout the episode, it's too soon. The people are not ready. It's for the future. No race can have that technology, because they would have the upper hand. There would be no balance at all. And knowing what we know, and just common sense, whichever race would get that power would probably, wipe out the others, or at least, would make sure that others wouldn't have the greatest time. So it wasn't, it definitely wasn't a shock to me that Drell was the one who was going to take the Guardian's place, but it was still hard to see. And that's, yet again a testament to how great they are with writing their characters, or getting also the right actors almost 100% of the time so far. Because I was definitely tearing up when we saw, we realized, like, okay, this is it, we're here, he's gonna take the Guardian's place. Even though that he himself is content with it, even though we literally heard his story last episode, he felt, that his life didn't really have any meaning. Even though, again, it was clearly his decision, and it gave him some sense of peace, knowing that, it wasn't all for nothing. I can save everyone, and at the same time, there's also so much more I can learn if I'm gonna be a part of this. But yeah, I was definitely getting teary-eyed. And also, of course, because we could clearly see how much he meant for Delenn as well. And it was interesting. I didn't even think about it, but who was the one who brought it up? Was it Delenn? But like when they brought it up, that why did this alien only show up with this message in front of Londo, Drell, and Sinclair? And for Sinclair and Drell, wasn't that surprised per se, because like Delenn said, Sinclair would obviously also take that place. I also think I don't think we would have been able to convince Sinclair to not go in there, because just like Delenn said, he's also looking for purpose, and in not that long ago, she also said that he's a true seeker. For Londo, I was a little bit confused. Like, wait, why Londo? But you know, at first I was confused, but when we heard him, you know, tell that he also, you know, share about his past and how he's also, you know, I mean, it makes sense so many times he's, I guess, reliving his past glories. And he also had this conversation with the Garibaldi. It's clear that he also is missing something. And we could clearly see that with this whole little mission, that he was definitely, you know, living life to the fullest at that point. I mean, it was being very risky. He was like, okay, what is this? And what would the thruster be if I'm the... But he nailed it. And he helped them with their, you know, with arriving there. And like Dylan said, he's definitely gonna want to have, you know, something in return. But he was, you could see that it reawakened something. Or, I guess, you know, even... I guess made his sense of adventure even bigger again. But not just adventure, of course. So yeah, on the one hand, like, okay, it's kind of like seeing him so excited, but on the other hand, I'm like worried once more, especially when I think back about his answer towards that that guy that represented the shadows, and the fact that he is chosen. You know, the shadows chose him. That makes me all nervous. But yeah, obviously I like this whole concept of having this planet with all this technology, and I was thinking like, okay, I pretty much assumed the planet was gonna either get exploded or they would put someone in there. I didn't think someone would get the technology themselves. But now I'm definitely wondering when it's gonna happen, when they're gonna be deemed worthy, and if we're gonna see it. Because I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the show there will be an episode that will be like, like you didn't expect it, but look at this. They're ready now, you know, we're in the future, they're ready to get the technology. I cannot really envision that in a show with like 5 seasons. I can't envision them, you know, like in 4 or 3 seasons that they're gonna be like, okay, you're ready now. But who knows? I do feel like we're gonna see Gerald again. Also, you know, I like that, I mean, Delene herself brought it up, that she repeated this lesson that he told her about sacrifice. Now it makes even more sense. I guess it was, you know, it was foreshadowing, I guess you should say, or could say, about that in the first part of this 2-parter. But she said it again, and I loved just how he had this, like, this little smile that came in his face. So, you know, that he could still... Obviously, could still hear her, and I don't know, like, even though I was definitely taken aback by that visual of seeing him in the machine, even though I still felt sad, you know, what I would explained about, you know, him being there alone, that was definitely a little bit of a comforting moment. And of course, also thinking about how the previous Guardian, you know, said that he could literally hear everything what happened in the Babylon 5. So yeah, he's a part of the machine, and the previous Guardian did say that it's gonna take a few days to see if we will accept them, but just as delayed, I think that should be okay. But it's gonna be weird now, you know? All this time when I saw that planet before, I didn't really think about it. Just like, oh, okay, we have a planet there. You know? I didn't really think about it that much, but now it's different. Now it's gonna be like, hey, he's down there. It's like in the planet, holding all this technology. Like, think about all the, I don't know, about all the what is the word? About all the things it could improve or offer. It's just locked away, and we don't know when it's going to be, you know, when they're going to be deemed worthy. It's just weird thinking about it being there. I don't know. It definitely is gonna change the visual of seeing that planet, you know, close to the Babylon 5. But you know, it is nice that he made it very clear that the Babylon 5 is the one with the authority, and that no one should get to the planet. And we did get that little demonstration. Yeah, your ass will get blasted. Also with Garibaldi, we did get closure for, I thought it was Lisa, but Liz situation, and she's in fact alive. No, she's not a part of the Free Mars movement, but she's married. But yeah, I mean, I understand that Sinclair was, hurt, but I'm just relieved that, that at least she was able to move on and to start her own life, without him. Move on, not dwelling about what happened. But I can understand Garibaldi's like, shit. Some things should indeed stay buried, just like Sinclair told him. But yeah, Garibaldi needed those answers. He needed that. I think so. Or I hope so. But I was happy that Garibaldi was... not Garibaldi, that Sinclair was able to, to help Garibaldi out and to make sure that he would know what happened to her. And more important, to know that she made it out alive. But I'm definitely curious to how much more this Mars situation is going to, I think how... I'm kind of curious what this will lead to, I guess. I don't think we were just doing world build. There has been so much... I mean, obviously world build is important, but I feel like we're also setting some foundations for future events. Or maybe they're just making once again clear how... yeah, things aren't going great anywhere. I mean, for Earth, they've been doing it for... pretty much from the start. For Mars also, getting more and more. Like, also seeing the... like with the fight with Garibaldi, his little trick. The way that those people were talking about the people on Mars, that was really disgusting. But yeah, we could tell by the conversation, they feel like, oh, we're giving so much money towards those people on Mars who, if I understood correctly, they don't... Was it that they don't consider themselves to be human, or what was it? Because they are, right? They're like, humans went to Mars long ago, and then they are the descendants of those humans, but they don't wanna, like, the people of Free Mars don't wanna be considered humans. Maybe I misunderstood that part. I'm sorry if I did. But yeah, the way they were talking about it, but yeah, they feel that they're justified because they don't understand that they are, like, oh, how dare they trying to ask for independence while without us they would basically be fucked, is how I understood that. So curious to find out more about the situation. But I can't say that I wasn't happy about seeing Garibaldi's trick. And talking about Garibaldi, just like Sinclair said, I don't think it was weird what he was saying about having those mixed feelings, about, and also his answer about, why he didn't call her or try to reach her sooner. I think it's familiar to a lot of us, just this fear about, on the one hand, not knowing things can be very terrifying, but on the other hand, hearing or knowing something that you rather didn't want to know in the first place can be even worse. And I can definitely recognize that I've, there are definitely times where I have this anxiety that I want to reach out to someone, or I just want to know something or take care of something, but somehow I'm scared about either, I guess, the outcome that can come out of that, or just hearing something that I wouldn't want to hear, especially if it's about me. So yeah, very familiar. I could understand that. And of course, like I said, also having that hope like ripped away, because all this time he thought like, okay, I messed up with her, but if I'm gonna make it up to her, then theoretically it would be able for me to make it up to her, and then maybe we can be back together, and maybe someday marry, who knows. And now that he has that answer, now he has that certainty, he knows that there's pretty much no chance in hell, because again, she's married and she's pregnant. I definitely have those moments where it's like, shit, why did I ask this? Or why did I look up that? Wish I didn't know. It's kind of been, you know, no, kind of like a lose-lose situation, I guess. Also, what I also should point out is, of course, that, you know, I was also touched, but also terrified when Sinclair asked Garibaldi to make sure that Ivanova would be on the last ship. Because he knew, I mean, I think all of us knew, that Ivanova wouldn't leave the ship. She would stay there. She would definitely not go on one of those rescue ships. She would want to make sure that everyone would be safe. Even, you know, of course, be willing to sacrifice her own life. And I thought, you know, it was like touching, but at the same time, obviously, it was like, why do we need to discuss this? You know, it's not like we have to go on any of those rescue ships because everything is gonna go right and everything is gonna go great. So yeah, I'm obviously with what Lynn was saying again about Sinclair having another purpose. I was kind of hoping that Garibaldi would ask her about, oh, which purpose, but yeah, maybe that would have been too dangerous. We don't want too much people to know that Garibaldi also now knows about this whole situation regarding, you know, Sinclair's mind. But yeah, like I'm even more like, okay, what is their plan? You know, I already did all my theories about that, and we had the whole chrysalis thing going on. I already shared all of that. But obviously I'm still very curious, I guess, about their end game. But I guess it's gonna take a while. Yeah. I think that's it. It's gonna be a race against the clock to make sure that I won't be too late or way too late. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, another one of once again having 2 Babylon 5 episodes on Patreon. I think there's only 3 episodes left of season 1, and like I said multiple times, so far season 1 has been very great, and you guys were definitely lying about it getting better and better. Yeah, I'm still very much pumped, but also nervous about seeing what we're going to do with the end of the season, especially even more when I, you know, reminded myself that, as you guys have explained, every season is pretty much a novel, and also has, you know, each season also has a title. So how are we going to end this novel, huh? Won't take that long anymore. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.